All right, this video is going to show you how we will make our rounded vase. So we actually start with just a good old-fashioned boring cylinder vase, but we need something to make it round. So in the classroom, we'll use the spoons in the back of the room. If you're at home, just grab a metal spoon from your kitchen and wash it afterwards and put it back. And funny enough, that's all we need to turn a cylinder vase into a rounded vase. So the first steps of this project are the exact same steps we have now made twice, which is to make a cylinder vase. You might want to make sure your clay is a little thicker than normal, like for vase number 2. You also can decide on how tall or short. The larger it is, the heavier it is, and it might sink while you're rounding it. So you maybe don't want a extra large vase, but the one I'm making here is a little too small, I think. It's a little thin, so maybe a little bit bigger than this. It's up to you. You can always try it out, and then if you need a different tube, start over. So I'm still just in the process of making a cylinder vase. Remember, we wrap something around our tubes so that it doesn't stick, paper or saran wrap, and then we wrap our clay slabs around it. This is me connecting the circle base, and I will have a cylinder vase in a minute. This is a very fast version of the video, so you would want to take time and water and sponge and smooth out any mess ups. Check to make sure that it's cut even on top. Make sure you've removed any weird finger indents. Make sure the base is connected perfectly. And then we will begin to make it rounded. All right, if you find a metal spoon, we're going to try to use the edge of the spoon to basically try to make an indent where we're popping the vase from the inside out. If you can put a paper or something underneath your vase so you can spin it and turn it while you're doing this, you'll get to see as it starts to widen, you're going to try to get it to widen evenly on all sides. You might have to do a little bit and stop and check it and see if one side is too fat or one side is too skinny. And again, you can make this as round as you like. You want to be gently pressing from hitting it basically from the inside out. You do not want to accidentally poke a hole through. If you do, just get a Band-Aid of clay and fix it. Here I am flaring the very top of it out. That's another thing you want to try to do symmetrically so it's even everywhere. Here's a vase from a few years ago. You can see how wide that one ended up getting. It was actually a larger cylinder to start with, but it did get pretty big. So again, the longer and I take on this, the better it will look. You can also press in the very bottom if it's too if it's not helping the shape look round. You just want to cut off any extra clay that might emerge when you're using the spoon as kind of like a mallet to round the base. Now you don't have to do this part, only if you want to. So this takes a lot of time of just making sure it looks exact. Here's another shorter example of one I did. It's more subtle, but it definitely has a rounded edge to it and a rounded body. You might want to do the process of making the rounded vase, making the flared top, and then wrap it in saran wrap and then come back to it the next day. See if you missed anything, see if something isn't symmetrical, or maybe you have time now to make it even more round. So that's it. All right, good luck and let me know if you have questions.